everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where I don't know why the weather is gloom, but I don't like, or tension rather, but I don't like it. I don't like this weather very much. Today we are here in not Fallgord Float. Why did I want to say Fallgord Float? We're here in Quarry Mill, where we have found a member or a few members of the Ala Mhigan resistance who may be able to get us in the door with the rest of their brethren, which we need to do to continue our investigation into the Ascian La Habrea. So Mefrid, what can you do to help us? Also, before we get started, there will be an extra thing, an important extra thing at the end of this episode, so stick around for that. Mefrid needs help tending to a wounded brother. Hi, I'm Mefrid, a proud man of the Ala Mhigan resistance. What business do you have with me, adventure? I need help with... Captain, it's Galleon, sir. His wounds got infested and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. God damn it, I'd asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Galleon dies, his blood is on their hands. These Quarry Mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to old Brita. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventure, go to her and try. Alright, I would help either way, but it's unfortunate time because I really don't want to look like I'm helping just so I can get a favor. Albrita, hi, yes, I went to talk to Mefrid and we got someone dying. One of Mefrid's is in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help, truly I do. They're my countrymen after all, but that'd mean going up against the elemental's will. I've been at Quarry Mill long enough to know how right terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident hearer. If you take the matter to her, she might be as she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. Really? The elementals are saying to just let a man die? That's kind of fucked up. Charlene? Help! We've got a man dying? You wish to aid the Ala Mhigans? You are possessed of a kind heart, adventure, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant you your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, be they babes of the breast or men grown, are judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Ala Mhigan's petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. This is fucked up. We're really just not gonna help him. We're just not gonna help a dying man on the basis of the goddamn elementals don't want to. Oh, Mefrid, I'm so sorry. That's how it's to be then. The bloody hero might as well kill Galleon herself. Spit on the elementals and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mefrid. Oh god, shit went horribly right as soon as I got here, didn't it? Alright, this was a short one, of course. Early game, A Realm Reborn main story. But we do have one important thing we need to discuss before we're done for the day. The next quest is level 27. We are Gladiator level 26. In fact, Gladiator is level 26 and Lancer is level 26, which means neither of these classes can turn in the quest when it's done to get the experience from it. So we are actually falling a little bit behind in levels, and that's fine. That was something I expected from the start of the game. But the main scenario gives you enough experience you can keep 2, maybe 3 classes completely caught up, and fine. It does not give enough experience for all of the classes to stay caught up. I expected this, and that's why I'm going to be introducing today roulettes. Granted, personally, what I'm probably going to do in order to get my levels up in this scenario is going to be combat leave quests, but roulettes are going to be one of the best ways to gain levels just throughout the game in general. They're one of the most consistently useful ways to gain levels. There are other better methods for sure, but this is a consistent method. Duty Roulette Leveling. On the far left tab of the Duty Finder, we'll have the roulettes. Going to the other tabs, we can find the duties we've already done or unlocked, such as dungeons like Sastasha or trials like the Bowl of Embers. But over here on the far left, we have our roulettes. You can do these roulettes as many times as you want, every single day. There's no restriction on them. However, there's a few things to keep in mind. 1. You'll get the best rewards if you do these once daily. These are daily roulettes. You are expected only to do them once per day. The first time you do them in a day, in a 24-hour period, you get a nice big bunch of experience, money, and even Grand Company seals in the case of leveling roulette, for your first time completion on a particular day. If you do the roulette again, you'll still get bonuses, you'll still get experience and money and seals, but it won't be nearly as much as the first time through, so it's only really worth it to do it once per day. More than that, and you're just kind of wasting your time. Not wasting your time, but it's not nearly as much of a good return. The experience and money is scaled based on the level of the class you go in as, which is what the up arrows mean. It means it's not going to tell us how much experience and gil we're going to get. It depends on our level, and it depends on what duty we end up doing. The higher the level we are, the more money and experience we get, and the more difficult the duty it gives us, the more experience and money we get. How this works is once you have registered for the leveling roulette or any other roulette, you'll be put into a queue. A nice long queue of everyone who's signed up for duties in the duty finder. And when a spot is available for you, and you get to the front of the queue, you'll be put into a randomly formed party and sent off on a randomly chosen duty. Frequently, we'll be stuck not with a complete set of randos, who are just had a duty chosen at random. Frequently, what it will do is it will look for, say some new player is trying to play Copperbell Mines for the first time, and they don't have a party with them. So they're signed up for Copperbell Mines, and they're waiting. They're waiting for the rest of a party to show up, here in the duty finder. The game will take people who are signed up for leveling roulette and try to pick out people from this roulette to fit them with that new player who's doing Copperbell to create a full party so you can go and play through and they can go through. It is a very, very good way to make sure that new players are not left without a party as they're trying to get caught up with the game. It's very, very generous, and the really good experience and money ensures that people keep doing the leveling roulettes to help newer players. So you're probably going to end up with someone who's new to the game doing a dungeon or duty for the first time. And it's generally good form to kind of teach them anything that's particularly unusual about the duty. Most dungeons and trials will just have kind of standard mechanics, which you can figure out as you play. But sometimes a dungeon or a duty will have something really unusual going on, and it may be a good idea to help out new players and explain things to them then, or just like if they ask for help, always a good idea to help your fellow player and explain it to them. But yeah, that's just kind of the general idea behind roulettes. As we unlock more stuff, as we unlock more duties as we progress through the game, there's going to be like 10 different roulettes we can do. Leveling is just the first one you unlock. It's the most commonly used one. It gives the best experience and money rewards, but it's not the only roulette that's worth doing. And leveling roulette primarily focuses on main story content. Anything that's unlocked through the main story, Holotali and other optional dungeons are in there, but it's primarily going to be the vast majority of the main story content. There is one other thing that I need to discuss about roulettes. Roulettes have something called an adventure in need system, which you can see right here is currently healer. There is a healer icon to the left of level 16 as the minimum requirement for leveling roulette, and it says over here adventure in need healer. This adventure in need is whatever role, healer, tank, DPS, is currently really, really lacking in that particular roulette. If there's a bunch of people waiting to try and get into a duty through the roulette, but the game just cannot find a healer, it'll say, hey, adventure in need healer. If you are a healer and you sign up for leveling roulette, and you help the party get to completion, you get an extra hefty bonus on top of what you would have already gotten just for helping fill in that really, really needed slot. With any 4-player content, you always need 1 tank, 1 healer, and 2 DPS. 8-player content, it's typically 2 tanks, 2 healers, 4 DPS. And then 24-player content, it's 3 teams of 8, and each team of 8 has 1 tank, 2 healers, and 5 DPS. So that 24-player content is going to be a little bit more needing of DPS players to help out. It tends to be really lacking for DPS. But everything else, generally you're going to find healers and tanks are the most in need, and that'll just vary just over patches, over times, and over expansions, but depending on what jobs or classes are really popular right now. So Endwalker added a new DPS and a new healer, so a lot of people are playing those. So tanks tend to be more in need for roulettes right now, as I'm recording this. But yeah, that's just the general idea behind roulettes. They are a great way to make sure new players can get through the content without too much of a delay, without needing to wait for or find a party on their own. And it's a good way to have more experienced players get themselves some extra experience, some extra money, and some extra Grand Company seals. It's a nice system. I like it a lot. I'll probably go a little bit more into roulettes as we unlock more of them, but that's not going to be for a good while. I'd say by the time we finish The Realm Reborn, we'll probably have 3 separate roulettes we can do. And by the time we're caught up with the main story, there will probably be like 10, 11 roulettes we can do each day. And just one final thing, you don't need to do the roulettes every day. If you are playing and you want to do a roulette, once daily is probably the optimal way to play, because beyond that, it's diminishing returns from not getting that first time per day bonus. But yeah, roulettes. I'm probably going to start doing them off screen, just so that I'm giving other players their reasonable privacy, and using that to help my classes stay caught up in levels and experience. This is also going to give me quite a few Grand Company seals, so we might be seeing me doing a bit more with the Grand Companies as well, especially upgrading to higher ranks, because getting Serpent seals is the main thing we need to get to higher ranks in the Twin Adder right now. Anyways, that's basically it for today. I just wanted to make sure we went over the roulettes, because I'm going to be doing those, if not now, then very, very, very soon, off screen in order to get my levels caught up on all my classes. So, with all that rambling explanation out of the way, I will see everyone next time, as we are, unfortunately, Mefford, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but I'm not going to be able to help you with your friend quite yet, because it is time to do another class quest. It is time for our level 25 Lancer quest. I will see everyone next time for that.